Everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're going to switch things up in a couple of segments here. We're going to talk powerlifting and powerlifting competitions. It could be from just regular bench, deadlift, squats, also Highland games, also strongman competitions you see on Saturday on ESPN, things like that. It's always things that I'm fascinated in watching. And we got two local guys that are competing and training people. Jimmy Toops out of Schriever. Thanks so much for being here. And Adam Sibley, he's out of Ponchatoula, also a trainer and competitor. But most people know you by Odin. Is
By
that right?
Odin, yes, correct.
And you have a team called
Odin's Tribe.
Odin's Tribe. So let's talk a little bit about this. As I was talking with you guys before we got into it, y'all both got into it from a physical limitation standpoint, and now you you almost have no limitations at all, right? It's really that world powerlifting has helped you guys physically and mentally, I'm sure too.
Absolutely. I was down for 6.5, almost 7 years. I had 9 surgeries in a row to fix my body, and in that, at the end of it, I had a massive heart attack and almost died, and had type 2 diabetes because I was inactive.
You were a construction worker,
Yeah,
and
right.
just not
Just
working out.
just
Yeah.
tore up my body from
Yeah.
doing construction my whole life, and then yeah, I had the type 2 diabetes, had high cholesterol, plaque on my aortic artery, things like that. And then I asked my cardiologist if I could start training hard, because even while I was going through the surgeries, I tried to make it to the gym, and whether I was on crutches, wheelchair, whatever, just to get there and do something. And then once he said, well, let me take some scans to make sure, and he took the scans and everything was clear, and he gave me to go ahead and do whatever I wanted to do. And so I went all out training, and my cousin here, Adam, supported me, pushed me, slapped me around when I needed it, screamed at me when I needed it. And I sit here today, a living miracle. Didn't never compete in anything since Little League here in Terrebonne Parish. Grew up in Schriever. And since May 21st was my first competition, I won that competition and set 3 different state records. A week later, I was invited to the Nationals, which happened to be in New Orleans this year. And I came in second in bench press. And I won the national championship for deadlift and broke my state record.
Wow.
And then I thought it was done. And a week later, I get an email that I was recognized by the IPL, which is the International Powerlifting League, as a world-level competitive powerlifter. And I'm one of 600 humans on the planet that received an invitation to go to Eugene, Oregon, and compete in the World Championships. And I did pretty good. My first round,
Right.
I came in third in bench press in the world, and I won the World Championship for deadlift, and set the state
Incredible
record
story. And
twice
you started
more.
competing in May.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yep.
Only because you said your cousin. I didn't realize y'all were related.
Yep,
But
yep.
so Adam, you were born with a bad heart.
Correct.
You were almost labeled not with us anymore, and you started researching and found out that powerlifting actually helped with hearts.
Yeah. Despite what many are told, a lot of people are told when they have weakened hearts or conditions like this, not to push hard, not to strain, maybe just revert to walking. And I started researching. I wanted to know what type of people in the world had the strongest hearts. And I came across research after research that power athletes overall had some of the strongest hearts in the world. And I thought to myself, I'm dying anyway. What harm's it going to do if I at least give this a chance to fight on the way out? So I started developing my powerlifting training and basically my own system to catch up and bridge the gap. And I'm literally alive today because of it.
And you were on a list to have a transplant. You said you've gotten good enough. You're not on the list anymore. You've almost gotten too good.
Yeah, 2 years ago, almost to this week, my heart quit. I did die for 30 minutes. I spent 11 weeks in a coma where I wasted 100 pounds away from a 285-pound athlete to a 175-pound man fighting for his life. Was told I'd never walk and talk again, but I still had the mentality of an athlete and somebody who was used to dealing with tons of pressure. and I began forcing myself to move any muscle that I could. And a lot of the benefits of power training and power sports in general is the mapping of brain to body and understanding your brain, your body, what it's doing. You're more in tune with yourself. You understand what muscles are waking up and what you can do with those more beneficial than most anybody else in the world.
Right.
And I used that experience and knowledge to force my body back into movement. I walked, I figured out how to talk again, and I've built right back up to where I'm at. And I'm taking as many people along with me as who want to
Right.
come.
And what a great story. And like I said, most people I would think like powerlifting would be detrimental, right? But
And most
both
do.
of you guys,
Yeah, but it's
right?
not at all.
Like, man, you're going to end up in a hospital somewhere, right?
Well-
with an injury, I guess. But
Well,
you guys,
at the World Championships, this is what one of the judges said. Well, we lift the kind of weight that would kill most people. But, I mean, I went from nothing to what's happening right now, and this is just the beginning,
right?
And Adam has pushed me, he's supported me, he's encouraged me, and having him as a mentor is one of the biggest blessings in my life. And having a good circle of people around us, other people on our team, and it's just been a miracle.
So you wanted to try?
Oh, yeah.
You're in the tribe?
I think I'm kind of like at the top right now.
Yeah, we're kind of all Christmas misfits. All of us have some type of trauma or detriment that we've come from, pulled together as a team, and now we're champions.
Using it as an asset. So, hey, I got plenty more questions to ask you guys. We'll take a break. We'll be right back to talk more powerlifting right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're talking with Jimmy Toops, Adam Sibley, about powerlifting and the lifestyle of powerlifting. So let's talk a little bit more specifically. 12 months ago, well, maybe now 15 months.
Right.
How do you develop that fast and go from where you were to where you are that quick? Is it technique? Is it genetics? Is it a combination?
Well, Adam says genetics, but the Toops gene we both have. But when you face death, especially when you haven't lived enough,
Yeah, I ain't
and
done yet, right?
right, I wasn't done. Everything in life either makes us bitter or better, and I chose better. And facing death like I had to do, I said my best days are ahead of me. And everything this man gave me, his knowledge, you got to understand that he's just not a local yokel. This man has trained Sylvester Stallone. He's been in movies. He's won over 400 fights. He is the best that I think it could possibly be. And he loves me enough to have done this for me.
Right.
And
It's been a good push.
Right.
That's what he's trying to
So,
say.
Adam, what fighting? You MMA fighting or?
Yeah, I had started competitive fighting as a child, kickboxing. I wrestled all the way through college, became a catch wrestler, and then I did some pro MMA for a while before health conditions took me out of it
Right.
and left me looking for another outlet
Yeah.
like this. But and I can tell you, one of the things that really speeds up the process, I guess, so to speak, what wasn't hit on, is my approach to training and to my methods of training myself is to be a nerd first and a jock second.
Right.
Best way to put it.
Do the research.
Right. When I looked for a gym, I wasn't looking for a gym. I was looking for a laboratory that I could conduct my experiments on. And when I train my students, it's so individually based. How tall are you? What is your diet like? What has your lifestyle been like? What is your mental mindset? And we pinpoint you individually and build a system that's going to bring your body type up the quickest.
Right.
And then
let me add something in there. I was when he first started with me. This was before the surgeries. I asked him, I said, Adam, you sit up at night and think of this stuff to do because there's nobody doing this stuff. He said, yeah, I do. And now I do the same thing. I sit up and I try to think, how can I make my body better? And he's instilled that in me, and I try to give that to others now. Because this whole thing, the reason we're here, to try to help people to understand, I don't care what your situation is, I don't care what age you are, you can live a better life, and it starts by taking care of your body. Paul wrote that, don't you know that you are the temple of God? So I treat my body that way, and I've improved. I have a better life, and my best days are ahead. And I thank Adam for helping me along the way.
What Adam? So when we talk about what any one of those is more important, the physical part, the nutrition, the rest, all the combination of all of those.
Oh, absolutely. And reducing your cortisol, understanding your body, what sicknesses you've had, chemically, what that's doing to you. Obviously, it's really good to get with the doctor, have hormone panels run, see where you are. Definitely don't want to go out and do something that, you know, your bones are in the middle of breaking, so let me go lift heavy. Absolutely not. Mindset is the most important thing, number one. The decision to set the goal and see the goal through is number two. Diet and rest is probably more important than the training itself. The training just damages the body and tells it it's time to heal. Understanding your body to get the diet and being able to rest is probably most important.
Right. The power though, the heavy part. Is there some beneficial part to that? Obviously, besides just being stronger, but does it tell your body? You know, when you back in the day, we used to have to worry about freezing to death or worrying about. You know, we've stressed a lot more.
Oh, 100%.
As a caveman, right?
100%. The reason we chose heavy is because when you're doing something comfortable, you're not going to adapt. We needed our
body's not going to spring back.
Yeah, we needed our bodies to adapt and evolve into something.
Let me add into that what he's saying there, because I made my first lift was light, second lift I broke my state record, and he goes, "What do you want now? 352?" And I walked around and I said, "Nah, I need to fight. Even if I don't make the third lift, I have to have the fight because this is the world championships." And he said, "I see it in you, and you have to have the fight, whether it's in the gym, you have to have the fight. Without that fight, you're not going to improve. If you're just doing 3 sets of 10, I did them, and you go home, you're not going to improve. You fight till failure, and at failure is when you've succeeded."
And that's when you improve.
Yes, 100%.
I got you. So yeah, look, I'm 63 years old, right?
I'm 63 too.
I know my way around the gym a little bit, but yeah, I've come into that. Like, I don't want to get hurt, but I'm gonna do my three sets of 10, right, and move on. But now you're pushing it further, and you feel okay health wise.
Yeah, my doctors don't like it, but I tell them, I said, you know, they say you're obese. I'm 5'7", I weigh 217 pounds in competition, and we had a scan done on my body. I got 146 pounds of lean muscle mass, and everything cannot be any better except to just get better by doing it.
Right, I got you. So y'all definitely anti-aging. How do people get more information? I don't know if they can join the tribe, but
absolutely.
But where they can find out more information?
Well, I'm on Facebook under Adam Sibley. You can't miss a picture. You know, I will take
Odin's Tribe.
I will take text messages at 225-960-0353, and I'll do any questionnaires with anybody. If they can't come to me, I can probably find something in their area that they could be led to. Absolutely.
Well, guys, spreading the word, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great word too, man. And you guys are definitely.
Well, Merry Christmas, you know.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you in the gym.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you, guys. We'll be right back with more Bayou Time.